The provoker. This is the individual who lives to provoke a response from their prey. Typically, the provoker aims to evoke negative responses from their target. A negative response would validate them as they thrive whenever their prey appears to be disheveled, angry, distressed, sad, or depressed. As sadistic as it sounds, it is the harsh truth behind the provoker. With this envious person, you combat them simply by ignoring them. One exception to this rule: if you have the emotional and mental capacity for it, you counterbalance this provocative nature by giving them a positive response. This will frustrate the provoker as they only comprehend negative emotions and reactions. The positive approach should only be intentional. If you notice that someone is trying to trigger you in particular, giving a positive response is ideal because it will completely dismantle their approach and frustrate their scheme to agitate you. However, trivial situations such as competitiveness, mimicry, petty disagreements, arguments, and gossip should always be ignored. For these are situations where they are strategically trying to provoke a negative reaction out of you. Even if your response isn't negative, they may be dedicated to twisting circumstances until they trip you up. For the most part, the provoker's agenda is contingent upon a response. It is key to refuse to give them one. Individuals with this envious personality type are the type of people that will keep poking at you until they find your button. They'll either mimic what you say just to see if you react negatively, or if they know any information about you that is triggering for you. For example, let's say that you just had a breakup. If they know that information, they will purposefully and intentionally bring that up in conversations while you're around to trigger you. Now, there's two ways to deal with this type of individual. Number one is to ignore them. Do not give them a reaction. Peep what they're doing, but don't feed them a reaction. People like this get a thrill when you react to what they're doing. And I don't mean thrill like they're having fun. I mean thrill in like a very perverted way. Because their game is basically to just try and trigger you. So when you don't feed them that reaction that they're trying to get, that just fucks with their scheme. Number two, if you can handle it, if you are able to regulate yourself emotionally and you can handle this, whenever they try to provoke you, give them a positive response. Someone commented on my video the other day, and this is the perfect example on how to respond to them positively. This person commented, "I had a coworker who used her whole presentation to attack my work ethics. Afterwards, I found her waiting by my desk for a response. I talked about how well her presentation skills were. She was shocked." This person's coworker was trying to provoke a negative response out of her. And after the presentation, the coworker even waited at her desk. That's how much these type of people need your reaction. Sorry, my light died. But out of those two ways, for me, the best way or the best response is to ignore them and to not give them any reaction or even a response at all. Because even if you have the emotional and mental capacity to give a positive response, just like it was mentioned in the book, they'll twist your words or twist it to get you tripped up, and then they'll make you look crazy. Next envious personality type we're going to go over in part 4 is the leech.